has for everyday people.
The other thing I want to say is, you look around here, probably 80% of the people here are young people, and they are the future of this state, and they are angry at what's going on to their fellow citizens and the immigrant neighbors.
Thank you both very much. I'll let you try and get inside. I want to note here that John and I have called an audible. We were originally going to go inside and stream the rally from inside the Target Center, but the rush of people towards the door is so intense that we're abandoning that plan. We're going to stay out here and stream this crowd as it continues to arrive and try to get inside the Target Center. Can I get you to hold on for just 1 second? What's that? You want to talk? Yeah, come here. Sorry, what's your name?
Tani.
Can you spell that for me?
Tahnee.
So Tani, my name's JT. It's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, JT. I watch your stuff.
Oh, well, lovely.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, why did you want to be a part of this mass demonstration today? Why did you want to be a part of this general strike?
You know, it doesn't even feel like a want. It feels like a need. As I was marching, I was literally crying because I'm just like, I love all these people. I'm not from Minneapolis. I'm from up north, but I've lived here a really long time, and I really care about my community, and I'm really afraid of the trajectory of the country. I think that this is, obviously we've lived through multiple unprecedented events, and this one is an absolute nightmare. So I have to get bodies on the ground, and so I'm here solo.
You talk about that the tears welling up as you're marching with this crowd. Can you describe some of the emotions that you are feeling?
Yeah, a lot of anger, honestly, and it kind of melted into just appreciation that everybody is together. I feel like these types of demonstrations and disruptions to all this is the one thing giving me hope. There's power in numbers, and I know that, and we got the numbers. So it was a mixture of anger and appreciation for everybody, and being able to talk to people around me as like my comrades, and it's been, it was a lot, but so probably both of those things.
This is just a one-day general strike. Would you support something more sustained as a way to send a message, or more national as a way to send a message to the Trump administration?
Oh yeah, make their pockets hurt. That's it. Like, disrupt things, gum up the works, all that good stuff. I did see some places that were doing it in solidarity with Minneapolis. I feel like that's really important, and I hope it catches on. I hope more people do it, and I'll be here when it happens. So
you'll be here when it happens.
Yeah.
I mean, are you prepared to go the distance here with this administration that has 3 more years in power, billions or trillions of dollars at its disposal if it wants to? I mean, do you feel like you have the fortitude, the wherewithal to take that on?
Absolutely. Have to.
Why do you say have to? What is the sense of duty there?
It's really just doing my part. This affects people that I know, and not that is the only thing that matters, but I have friends affected by this. My neighbors have been affected by this. I've been really sick to my stomach seeing everything, and as somebody who is not being targeted and pulled out of my home, I feel like I need to be out here so they can stay at home and be safe.
So not only are you dealing with the people being pulled out of their homes, etc., but you're also contending with the idea that a myriad of other issues that are already on people's plates, the state of the economy, etc., etc. What are some of those problems in your day-to-day life that this administration is not dealing with? How are you suffering directly?
Yeah, I mean, as a working class, middle class person, coming from a working class background, it's absolutely devastating to see how people are not able to afford rent. They're not able to get groceries. They're not able to find transportation. And I really my hat says it all. It says no pity for dead billionaires. And it's just, I feel every day, how much harder it's getting. I'm a single person. I have to live alone. And so I have a lot of responsibility because of that. And a lot of it is watching people around me as well. But yeah.
I'll let you try and get inside here if that was your intention. Good luck.
We'll see. Thank you
Good
so
luck
much.
trying to get inside. I appreciate the time.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you would want to add while you had the platform?
Let's see. Fuck ICE. Fuck them.
The number one response I get to that question here in the Twin Cities area. Thank you so much. I appreciate the time. Yes, of course. And one thing I want to note is I was just on the phone before we did those last couple of interviews. I was just on the phone with another independent media voice here in the Twin Cities area. I was on the phone with Andrew Mercado of Mercado Media, and he is blocks away from where we are right now, and he is still streaming this march as it's still making its way through the streets of Minneapolis. And as he described it, he said, quote, "This is the biggest march I've ever seen, the biggest demonstration I've ever seen." So that is what we're dealing with here. We are dealing with something that is truly unprecedented, certainly for the Twin Cities, an area that is already known for its activism and not being afraid to take to the streets and demonstrate against what it sees as injustice. And this is the level of voice that you are getting out there. This is the number of people that are making their voices heard out here. Thank you. Well, you got quite a few fans here in the audience. Could I interview you, sir?
Sure. Yeah.
What made you want to be first of all, what's your name?
Benjamin.
Benjamin, common spelling?
What's that?
Common spelling?
Yes, common spelling, yep.
Benjamin, what made you want to be a part of these demonstrations today?
Well, I'm from Wisconsin. I lived
fellow Badger.
Hell yeah, dude. I lived in Minnesota for a little bit years ago, lived and worked here. I come here all the time for music, shows, festivals, etc., and so many other things. The nature up in the northern part of the state is beautiful, and the people in Minnesota are amazing. Every single thing about this place is wonderful, and watching what's happening over here from my hometown in Wisconsin, it's heartbreaking, and I felt like I had to be part of this today. I responded to March's call to action for clergy from all over the country to come to Minneapolis today to be part of this with everybody else.
Benjamin, when you look out at this crowd and you see how vast it is, I don't think it's an exaggeration to say hundreds of thousands of people in the street here. When you see how massive this demonstration is, what are the feelings that come up inside you?
It gives me hope that that this isn't going to last. And
when you say this isn't going to last, what is this?
This regime, the ICE takeover, the Trump lies, Epstein not being released, everything that's going on right now that's causing pain in our country, it needs to stop. We need to figure out how to come together to unite as one people and stand up for our neighbors and just be one again, you know?
A question I've been asking just about everybody I've talked to here today is, this is just a one-day demonstration. Would you support a more prolonged general strike as a way to send a message to this administration?
Personally, yes. I think general strike might be the only way to get through to people. I know the reality of a general strike happening is going to take a lot of effort and a lot of people to prepare for it to happen. But if you can, start setting something aside. Prepare yourselves for a longer general strike. It's what it will take to fight this administration and to get through and make what needs to happen.
What would you want a longer general strike to try and achieve? What should be its demands?
Equality for one, first of all. No harmful treatment, abolish of ICE. I could go on. I'm not the best person to give.
Let me seize on that abolition of ICE. There are members of the Democratic Party right now, the nominal not national opposition party in this country,
yes,
that are not calling for the abolition of ICE. What do you say to those elected leaders who do not support the abolition of?
I say they need to get on board with the rest of the American people. ICE has only been around for a little over 20 years. We can abolish ICE, and we can set up a new program that is that fairly treats immigrants and that makes the process of immigration easier for people to get into this country legally. The setup, the process we have right now, it takes people way too long to get through it, and the rules and things in place, it almost makes it impossible. I think they need to start standing up if they really want to show their support for the American people. They need to use their voice, their platform, their positions in power to do something about it and stand with the American people, or they're not going to get elected again.
Or they're not going to get elected again. What is your grade that you would give to the National Democratic Party, to its leadership in this moment?
If I could give lower than an F, I would. All of them need to go. There's a few good eggs in there. Ilhan Omar Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Bernie Sanders. You know, some of them have been supporting Israel, though, too, and we don't fund genocide here. We shouldn't be funding genocide, so all of you need to stop doing that, too. So,
Benjamin, thank you for your time. I'll let you try and get inside here if that was your goal. But before I let you go, is there anything else you would want to add while you had the platform?
You know what? If people can come out and stand up, you don't even have to be on the streets. Show your support online. Show your support on social media. Talk to your friends and family. Have those hard conversations. That's all it's going to take to get us all on the same page again. God bless America.
Benjamin, thank you. I
Thank you,
appreciate
Status
that. Yeah, appreciate it. John, I want to just get us moving a little bit so we're not standing in one spot, just to generate a little bit of heat. So let's just maybe try and cross the crowd just over to the opposite street corner here. So we're going to get up and move here, and that's really just for our own sake, because it is.
I wanted to stay here because of the sun.
Oh, John wants to stand in the sun, and that's fine. I just need to move around a little bit is the only thing. I cannot continue to stand, and I was also a little bit in the shade. But it is already bitterly cold out here. I was around -10 at the start of the march. I do not know what it is right now with the wind chill. No doubt my boss has texted me what that number is, what that feels like temperature is, because he loves to let me know what he sent me to stand in. Jordan, if you're watching, don't get me wrong, I love it. But so we're out here in the streets of Minneapolis, where hundreds of thousands of people right now are trying to gain access to the Target Center to hear a rally at the end of a march through downtown. A rally, a march that is in response to the Trump administration calling for an end to ICE in the Twin Cities and in the state of Minnesota, calling for a removal of those federal immigration officers. Whew. And I gotta put up my mask. And if you hear me yelling, by the way, that's because I can barely hear myself over the 2 layers that I have here on my head blocking my ears to try and stay warm out here in these sub-zero temperatures. If you support the work that we're doing, these voices that we are lifting up from this crowd to show you what a truly popular demonstration, is like here, so you're not just seeing the Trump administration's propaganda. If that is a mission that you think is worth it, please go to statuscoup.com/join. Sir, I wanted to talk to you because you're carrying this large Palestinian flag. Why did you feel it was important to bring the Palestinian flag to this general strike? Why is that a symbol that you wanted to be carrying?
Yeah, I think it's a sign to show that injustice matters no matter where it is, whether it's in the streets of Minneapolis or in Gaza. We have to show up for injustice no matter what, and I think it's just a reminder that, you know, we're in solidarity with them and it's they're in solidarity with us.
I don't think anyone would pretend that what the American people are going through right now under the Trump administration is in any way identical to what the Palestinian people are dealing with right now in Gaza. But do you see any parallels? Where do you see those parallels, that sense of solidarity that you were just referencing?
Yeah, I think in terms of how we support each other and how we've been able to build that community, but also in the forces that oppress both of us. I see there's a lot of similarities between ICE and the IDF, and how they're blatantly oppressing and violating human rights and making it difficult for people to live their daily lives the way they should.
I'm looking at you. You've got icicles clinging to your eyelashes right now. It is cold out here. Why did you want to be out here in these temperatures? Why did you want to stand with all of these hundreds of thousands of people out in the streets right now in downtown Minneapolis?
I mean, as a Minneapolis resident and as a human being, I think it's my right. I have to be out here. I have to show support by any means possible that I'm able to, and this matters. Showing up matters. Voicing my words matters, and supporting matters.
You use the word "have to." I have to do this. Why does it feel like something that you are like duty bound to do? Why is it a need and not just a could or a should?
Yeah, I'm Muslim, and one of the basic tenets is to support each other and to stand up in any way you can. If you can't use your hands, use your feet. If you can't use your feet, use your voice. And it's a part of my tenet as my faith as a Muslim to be out here and to show support and to show that I'm against what's happening in Minneapolis.
What would a sense of justice for Minneapolis look like? How could, you're dealing with a city here that had one of its community members shot and killed, can't begin to make that whole. You cannot undo that final act. But what would justice for Minneapolis, for the state of Minnesota, look like?
Yeah, I guess I don't know what justice look like in terms of indefinitely, but I think a good first step would be ICE's removal from the city and some type of steps towards some type of peace, because right now it just seems like there's a lot of chaos going on. So I think that would be the first step.
You're participating in a one-day general strike. Would you support a more protracted general strike?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. What should a protracted general strike call for? Maybe even one, if you wanted to imagine it, like at a national level, what should a prolonged national general strike call for?
Yeah, I think collaborating with other states to replicate what happened here in Minnesota and Minneapolis would be a good first step, and then going from there.
All right. Is there anything else you would want to add while you had the platform?
No, I'm just happy that we're out here. I'm happy you guys are showing the world what's happening, and stay safe.
Thank you. And before I let you go, just when we show you on screen, we'll put like a name or an identifier below you. How would you want to be identified?
Minneapolis resident.
Minneapolis resident. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Have a good day.
Yep, you too. Oh. You seeing that sense of that broader struggle with that symbol of the Palestinian flag, this broader calls for justice out here. It's not just something that's being shown.
Okay, Brian, craziest touchdown ever.
Tennessee Titans, Music City Miracle.
Tyson snags it, starts running like he's double parked.
I called it. I knew it was coming.
I'm sorry, what?
I told everybody he was
You
about
didn't tell nobody nothing. That's a fib. You didn't know. Nobody believes you when you talk like this. I mean, you've done a lot of amazing things in your life. Why can't you just tell us those stories?
I'm being honest.
You're not being honest.
New government. There is still a sense from the Trump administration, or there is still a sense of the people on the ground here that they are in some way indebted to other calls for justice elsewhere. Oh, hey, it's brutally cold out here.
Two of the leaders from the church protest
Have been released from jail. John is getting in breaking news right now that two of the leaders of the city's church protest, which is a protest that happened here over the weekend on Sunday, two of those leaders have been released. Two of the people who are accused of participating in that protest by the federal government and who were apprehended in raids earlier this week have now been released from jail. And that's something that some of the activist community here have been calling for, is the release of people that they see as being apprehended purely as a political stunt because they were arrested on the day that Vice President J.D. Vance had come here. And so they are calling for the release of those people as a means to try and push back on the Trump administration's propaganda that it has been trying to put out, as if there is any sort of like anti-Christian violence or anything like that in this community. It's meant as a sign to push back, and no doubt the activist community will be grateful for those people's release, but it is in no way an end to what is happening here in this city right now. John, we got to move a little bit closer to the crowd here.
I'm sorry. We're moving.
The wind is howling down the streets here.
Santa's here.
Santa is here in the crowd.
Love your show.
Oh, thank you very much, Santa.
Watch you all the damn time.
Can
Don't
I?
want my face on it, but
Okay. Well, a little late now, Santa.
That's
But,
all right. Cheers.
Cheers. Santa Claus out here in the crowd in January. You'd think this would be his time off out of the year, but here he is in this crowd of protesters. I was just asking John to move, one, for my own sanity so I can keep warm because the wind is whipping down this street right now, but two, I wanted to get a little bit closer to the crowd to try and find some more interviews. Because we're not getting inside the Target Center, which, by the way, thousands of people crammed inside the Target Center right now. Whew. I'll try and grab someone here. Pardon me, folks. I'm a reporter. I'm interviewing people about why they wanted to be part of the protest. Would you mind if I interviewed you really quick? Sure. All right. If I could start just by getting names or how you want to be identified here.
Sam.
Sam, common spelling, I assume.
I'm Bree.
Bree, and how's that spelled?
B-R-E.
Thank you, and?
I'm Katie.
All right, so I got Sam, Bree, and Katie. My name is JT. This is my cameraman, John. First question is just real basic. Why did you want to join the general strike today?
It's just important to support our fellow Minnesotans. It's really just messed up what's been happening, so we just wanted to come out and support.
I think we're just angry like everybody else, and the cold's not going to stop us, and we're here to just show that we're all going to stand together no matter what.
Yes, we need those members to support our community. A lot of people that are getting taken, it's terrible. It shouldn't be done the way it is done, nor at all. We work in an industry where a lot of those people work for us, and we want to support them and make sure that they can go home safe, be treated fairly, and it's unfortunately not what we're seeing right now, and that's why we're so fucking pissed off.
You fucking pissed off.
Yeah.
I mean, aside from fucking pissed off, are there any other emotions that you feel when you see the Trump administration occupying your community in the way that it has? 3,000 agents on the streets here. What are those emotions that come up when you see those scenes on the streets here every day?
Horrified is one that comes to mind. I mean, disgusted, appalled. Yeah, it's just disgusting what's been happening in our streets, the abductions, the murder. It's just vile.
I think we're just scared. Like, a lot of us are scared not just for ourselves, but our friends, our family, and our neighbors. It's hard to watch, and it's difficult to feel like you can't do anything, and that's why I think people are here today.
Yeah, I mean, it's appalling. Everyone's seen what happened. I can't believe other people find it to be okay. It's disgusting. It's embarrassing that that's part of the U.S. right now, but we're going to get rid of it, hopefully.
Yeah, I'm hearing echoes of embarrassment here.
Yeah.
I want to get a sense, though, maybe turning to more positive emotions. What are the feelings that come up in you when you look out at this crowd of hundreds of thousands that are out here today to join in this protest, in this general strike? What are those feelings that come up within you?
Yeah, I mean, our sense of community around here is very strong. We take care of our neighbors, we take care of our community, and it's been heartwarming to see all the people out here supporting the cause, yeah.
Yeah, heartwarming for sure. It feels good to support each other, to be here for everybody. And I don't know, look around. It feels fucking great. The turnout is absolutely insane, and it just proves, that we're willing to show up.
Feels warm.
Feels warm in negative 10-degree temperatures. These Minnesotans built different. My God, I'm a Wisconsinite, and I am amazed at the fortitude out on display here.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get a sense from you. What is the message that you feel is being sent to the Trump administration with this demonstration, with this general strike?
That we don't put up with fascism. We don't put up with abductions. When ICE has nobody to report to, you have to report to us, the people of our community.
Yeah, I mean, we're here to protect each other, and I think it says a lot about the fact that we're not scared to be here and to do what needs to be done.
Eat shit, Trump administration. That's about it. Yeah, I mean, we're here. We're going to be here for as long as it takes, so, yeah.
Just yesterday, we saw Vice President J.D. Vance come here to the Twin Cities and use it as his backdrop to try and taint ICE agents as the good guys out here, that they are in some ways like rescuing children and the like and trying to keep the streets safe. To your mind, are the ICE agents the good guys? And assuming that you're going to say no, how would you characterize them?
They are not the good guys. They are the ones coming into our community, causing disruption, abducting people, causing fear in the streets. I mean, I know personally most people in my life are scared to go to work and to go to the grocery store. People who are here legally, citizens, are terrified of these agents. And I just think that's obviously not the goal here.
I want to pause there for a moment just to highlight that we're talking about American citizens who are feeling afraid in this moment. It is not just immigrants feeling that fear. It is everybody here. When you have 3,000 armed agents who have already demonstrated the willingness to use lethal force to shoot and kill somebody, it is instilling a sense of fear in this community, how would you characterize for the vice president? What is the message you would send to him about what it is like on the streets of the Twin Cities right now?
I mean, I would say that they are the villain of this story, and it's very clear. I've never felt more unsafe than once ICE came in. You know, we were happy, free citizens, you know, supportive of each other, and everything has changed. People are afraid, not, like you said, not just the people who are actively afraid for their children and their family, everybody around them as well.
Yeah.
Definitely the villains of the story.
Yeah, this is an immigrant-built nation, and we love our immigrant community and neighbors, and we don't want them to go away. They add to our community. They add to our culture. It's disgusting and appalling, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I find him to be very contradicting to himself from what we've seen the past few weeks. That's fucking embarrassing. Yeah, I don't feel his support, obviously. Yeah, I don't really have other words than just not a fan, obviously.
Get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out. Yeah.
Get the fuck out. I want to talk about getting the fuck out. Aside from ICE agents leaving your communities, what would justice look like for Minnesota? How do you begin to make the state, make these cities, these communities whole after what the Trump administration has done here? What would make you start to feel like, yes, that is right, something good is happening?
I mean, I think you can start by getting the president out of office, by getting ICE out of our city. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think there's unreparable damage to a certain extent right now. You know, it's going to take us time after George Floyd just happening not too far before, you know, now. It's just the city's damaged. Yeah. But that's what shows like this, like, we'll stand together, but it's going to take time to heal no matter what.
For sure. We're still healing our community from George Floyd, so, I mean, getting out is the first step, and then obviously bringing families back together would be amazing, and charging the people who are involved in making the decisions to be lawless and to attack our citizens.
Yeah, I think impeachment is a good start. We'll see how that goes. As you can see, we have a very strong community here, so we'll build together. We'll get back to where we were. A community always needs healing no matter what state they're in, so it's going to be continuous throughout however long, you know, we'll be here. So we'll do it. We'll rise together, and hopefully in good times after all this is over. So,
is there anything else you would want to add while you had the platform before I let you guys go?
We're Minnesota strong. You can't come into our streets and fuck with us like that without getting something back.
Agreed. Fuck ICE.
Yeah, we're here to stay, so good luck.
Thank you all. I appreciate the time. Thank you, guys.
Have a good one. Stay warm.
Yeah, you as well. Yeah, stay warm.
Appreciate you.